Yep, this is Blue Max. I don't know why, but this game's awesome. You know, what's funny is this is made by Synapse Software, which is the same people who made Encounter, which is the previous game video that I did. I didn't know that when I was a kid. I didn't appreciate stuff like that, but most of their games are pretty darn good, and Blue Max is no exception. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can do this today. You're a World War I fighter pilot, and you're basically out to save the world. Let's go ahead and get started. I'll kind of talk you through it. It's a great game. Let me start it up here. Oops, that was reset. Let me try that again. There we go. There we go. Good old Atari controls. I've got my joystick, and I've got my fire button, and that's all I need. So you've got these enemy planes that are going to come in and come at you. You've got tanks on the ground. You've got anti-aircraft on the ground. You can take them out. So my altitude right now is actually pretty low, and it kind of warns you about that. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you see you've got that gold color. When I go a little bit higher, it turns black again. I'll go down low again, and when I'm that low, it changes the color so you kind of know. And then you can get the things on the ground. You can get the things in the water too, actually. Every once in a while, a plane's going to come around and come at you from some direction, usually behind you, but you can go up and try to match its altitude, and you can get it in the air like that. You can bomb these bridges. You can bomb your buildings. Whoa! Almost had a disaster there. So that plane that just passed us that I missed was a target. If a plane is blinking like that, if a car on a bridge is blinking like that, it suggests that it's a target. You'll also see bridges and buildings that have targets on them, and the idea is to go after those. See that plane? Shoot, missed him. Let me get low again, do some damage. Let's get this guy. Got him. Drop a bomb on that building. That plane. Try match his altitude. It lets you know that you've matched the altitude by making that sound. And let's see, how's my speed? So I can't land here. But ordinarily, you come across a runway like that. If you got some damage, these anti-aircraft guns, they can hit you, cause some damage. Let me get this guy. Got him. But your plane gets damaged, you want to land and see if you can get that damage repaired. It'll affect your ability to use your bombs. Sometimes it'll affect your guns. Hinders your game. So when you need to land, you definitely want to go for it. But the only way to do it is to come up on a runway like that, and you got to be low. So long as you're low, it'll reduce your speed, and then you can land. So took that guy out in the water. Here's a bridge with a target on it. Let's get this guy again. Got him. Just wrecking this place. It's terrible. There we go. So runway's coming up. Because I was low, you see my speed going all the way down to 100. That lets me land. So that's going to increase my fuel. It's going to put some bombs back in my plane. The problem, of course, is you get these guys. These guys fly by and they try to bomb you while you're on the ground. It's pretty cheap. So I got my bombs up again. I'm good to go. See where we can go here. Guy was coming after me. So if I'm not mistaken, it looks like it's going to take me off into this little industrial area, which is cool. I used to love this when I was a kid. I'd always try to get over there, and it's kind of random. You know, you get over to this little industrial area, you got these roads and stuff, you got these differently shaped buildings, these planes on the ground too. Shoot, not doing any damage. But this was always considered so cool, and it was just totally random when you get over here, so. Got that building, awesome. So Synapse Software apparently made a follow-up to this game that I had never even knew existed. You know, I had the Atari back in the day, the Atari home computer, and I just, games are kind of hard to come by for us when we were young, and so we basically played what, friends gave us, and friends had the Commodore 64, they had the Apple II. Nobody really had this. So one or two people would have the Atari home computer, and they'd throw a couple of games our way, and this is one of them. What a great game. It's got a following too. A lot of people like this one, not just me. Almost got hit by that guy. But this is a real fun one. One I definitely recommend if you haven't played it before. It's one of those games you can pick up and get the hang of pretty quick. My runway's coming up, but I can't land. It's a bummer. But yeah, this is a good game. Lots of replayability. That was the one thing I wanted to show you. Is it has this glitch. If you shoot your building on your runway, this happens. I'm not too sure if too many people know about that, but the fact that it's still there in the emulator suggested it was kind of a flaw in the game. Anyway, it's now at a point where I really can't show you too much anymore, so I'll close it there. But Blue Max is a great game, definitely a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. If you have an opportunity to play it, do so. Anyway, that's going to conclude it for today. I'll see you in the next video.